G'day everyone, and Luke here with a great deal from our friends over at Leonards Ingredients.
For 4 weeks, the Euro box will be available, giving you the chance to try all 5 of their flagship flavours.
What's in the box?
I'll tell you. There's Old English, which has lots of pepper, herbs and onion from the Leonards award-winning bestseller selection.
Garlic Supreme loaded with garlic complemented with parsley oregano for that eye candy.
Pork and red onion, a seasoning mix that's packed full of red onions, making it not only visually appealing, but also very, very tasty.
The classic Italian flavours of tomato, oregano and garlic with their visual flakes of red pepper for extra eye appeal. Ooh la la.
Chorizo style, using smoked paprika, garlic and chili for that classic Spanish taste in a British bang.
Simply contact your local stockist in your area, click on the Euros link or head over to leonards.co.uk and enjoy the taste of the Euros.
Leonards Ingredients, the family-run company with 4 decades of service and experience. Be quick, this offer ends 17th of July.
Shop local, shop Leonards.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Butcher's Bible Podcast. I am your host, Ant.
And I'm Luke.
The two blokes preaching the good word of the meat industry.
1 episode at a time.
Or nearly. Today we have a very special guest, ladies and gentlemen. We have a current Team GB member, also owner of Raise the Stakes. It is Amir Tamburrini. How can
How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. I'm all good. I'm Mia and I own Raise the Stakes. It's like a freelance butchery. I basically kind of just butcher for like independent farmers and smallholders. Do a bit of direct selling to customers as well. All fun, all games. Love it.
Good. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So you're a fellow Team GB member like myself.
Indeed.
Yeah, and also
yeah.
you're a very busy person. How have you found the startup of your business, which I got written down? March 2023 you started?
Yeah, I started it last year. It's going really good.
How was that? How was the first few months?
The first 2 months were good. It's just kind of getting your name out there a bit. It can be a bit difficult, but no, it was really good. I kind of had people approaching. I had someone approach about markets, so I kind of did that until September last year, which was good. I started them in April, so it was really kind of quick. I kind of had to get in and get going, and obviously I make all my own products, so it was good actually. It was kind of like a boot up the arse, having to kind of get yourself together. Otherwise you can kind of sit back a bit at the beginning because it's a bit daunting. Like, I don't really know what to do first. So yeah, that was good. It got me going. So and then over the past year and a bit I've kind of had more customers coming forward, like farmers, local farmers, and like direct customers.
And it's just you
as well.
Just you,
It's just me.
Wow.
It's just me.
Holy
At the moment it is anyway. Yeah, it is difficult. I mean, sometimes I grab my dad to come over and help me a bit, but
he packs the mints, does he? He's getting packing mints.
yeah, he's on the mint, so he stands at the mint. So, yeah, so that's his job, and making sure I'm doing everything correct normally.
Nice.
Or are you sure you're doing that? Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you. You sure
What was
it's right? Yeah.
What was the turning point for you to? I mean, you started it as an Instagram page, and then it just
Yeah.
manifested itself into a business. What was the turning point for you to really give it a go?
Where I worked before, we had some people come in. It was actually people that I knew of through horses, because I have my own horse. I used to do horse riding, and I knew them through that. And they had pigs, and they come into the shop I used to work at, and they kind of wanted a like pack and butcher pack and label service.
Yeah,
did that for them a couple of times. Well, I kind of took the reins on it and looked after it as I knew them. They had a separate unit at their farm that I did it for. I went over there a couple of times, and then they brought stuff to the shop a couple of times.
Yeah.
And I was kind of looking for something different to do, because I've got my level 3 qualification, so I can do a bit more with like the paperwork stuff. It just started a bit quiet, and I thought I started looking around. I went for some job interviews. I went to quite a big restaurant in London, and had an interview there. Didn't agree with their ethics at all, actually, when I got there, and I just thought, do you know what, you actually really do quite like back in like really locally sourced and really high welfare. And it was actually going to that restaurant, but I thought, no, there's too many places that do stuff that I don't agree with, so start from it on your own.
You're cheap and cheerful to things, although they buy that sort of stuff in. Yeah,
so I didn't like it, and I think they challenged me a bit when I was there, so I thought, do you know what, I can do this on my own. It's fine, I can go and do it. So that's how I started, really. I was actually looking for another job, and then I kind of thought more people are wanting a service like this. It's coming up more. I'm seeing it more on Facebook, and I'm hearing of more people coming in the shop wanting this sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I thought, do you know what, just do it, and that be the only thing you focus on, which is hard, because then obviously trying to fill in the gaps of when you're quiet, I can have really dry spells, like at work, for a week or so. But then other weeks, I have like 3 people wanting to get stuff in all at the same time. So it's just about spreading them out now. So that is literally all I do. And then I've started making some boxes up for like direct customers. So yeah, just something, because people always message me saying, oh, do you sell stuff? Do you do bits like this? And I'm like, not really. But if people are starting to want it, then yes, I can. And more people have started. So yeah, I'm still doing the private stuff, because that's what the business led to do.
Yeah.
I'm doing boxes. I'm also looking at doing something different next year, but it's in the pipeline. It's going to be quite a lot of work, I think. So I'm keeping it as an idea for now, but I've asked around. A lot of people are interested, so I think I'd be silly not to do that, but we'll see how it goes.
I love that growth. We're thinking of growth already. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Part of the business, isn't it? You got to be like 16 steps ahead, preparing for 20 back.
Yeah, I think it's something that I've always kind of been interested in, and I think it can add a lot of value and more option to like private customers. If they've got a pig coming in, it's not just, oh, well, you need joints or sausages or bacon or burgers. Like, it's something a bit more that can then help them sell their stuff that's a bit different and then get more customers. So hopefully it will all work out, and that will be good. So yeah.
Look forward to it.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, it should be good.
So run us through, take us back. What made you start in the meat industry?
Okay. I started as a Saturday girl. It was actually someone that I knew, again, through horse riding. She's a butcher. And I saw her one day in the shop window, and she grabbed me in just because, I was friends with her, and I just stopped in to have a chat. And they had an advert in their window saying that they were looking for someone on a Saturday. And at the time, I was competing loads with the horse, and my mum and dad were paying for all of it. And I was starting to learn how to drive. And she said, "You know what? You come and get a job here." And I said, "Oh God, no, I'm not doing that." And then my friend was like, "Yeah, come on and do it." And I thought, oh,
Only
here
Saturdays.
we go.
Only Saturdays.
Yeah, only Saturdays.
It's only a
Yeah.
few hours.
How it starts.
So I went and did a Saturday, and my mum and dad were betting how long it'd be. And so I messaged them telling them to come pick me up because I was traumatized. And I sent them a selfie of me and a pig in the fridge, with the pig's head on the wall. And my mum was like traumatized, as she has been ever since. But random stuff, I send her pictures of at work. And then my friend then dropped it on. So I started that in November on a Saturday.
Yeah.
And then my friend dropped it on me that she was actually leaving in 4 weeks. So she had 4 Saturdays to teach me how to serve.
She headhunted you. That's what it was.
Yeah.
She that would be a nice civil the shop on the brother. So she then informed me that she was leaving. She trained me up for 4 weeks, and then it was literally 2 weeks until Christmas. I was still at sixth form. So my whole 2 weeks holiday, I'd literally been there 4 days working. I then went in every day over the Christmas holiday. Absolutely loved it. Didn't scare me away. Christmas rush. Dropped out of sixth form in February following year. Started my level 2.
Wow.
Yeah. So literally 3 months, and
It pulls you in, doesn't it?
Yeah. That's incredible. Just saying, it's just like, here's the deep end, just swim, and you've come out and you're floating now. It's incredible.
Yeah, definitely. So I was thrown right in there. My mum had been shopping in butcher's shops, so we moved up here from London, so I hadn't been really exposed to anything like it. So we'd been living up here for about five years, and my mum started going into butcher's shops, and I was going in with her, and I was like, absolutely not. I don't know how anyone does this job. It's disgusting, getting all dirty and, touching kidneys and disgusting stuff like that. I was like, absolutely not. And then
You are.
here I am.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Doing the disgusting stuff.
Doing exactly that. So, yes.
So what are you based at then?
The business is in Sudbury, in Polstead. Tiny little village on the way to like Ipswich way.
Right.
Okay.
In literally the smallest little place ever. Everyone gets lost trying to find it. I'm like, you have to go down a mud track. You look like you're going in someone's like private drive. You're going the right way. It is literally in the middle of a field, but it's great. It's a converted cattle shed.
Amazing.
Yeah. So again, it's friends through horses. Everything with this job I ended up doing through horses. So but it's friends I know, and they had a small cutting room, which is now actually my office. That's how small the room is. So it was just going to start as that, and then when they were doing all of it up for me, the lady sent me a picture one day and said, "Oh, we've knocked through the wall." Just got this video, and they're like smashing through the wall. I was like, "Oh my god, like, what's happening?"
What's happening? The anxiety.
I was like, do I have any say in this? Obviously not, because the wall is coming down. So it's literally in a converted cattle shed, but it's great.
So being as it's in a cattle shed and they've refurbished a lot of it, how did they get along with the HACCP then?
Well, I do all the house app for my...
How did
because it's literally just... They've just done the building for me.
Amazing.
So I do... Literally, the business is me. So I do all of the stuff for that. And then anything that needs to come after, if there's any problems, like with the building side of it, I'll just let them know, and then they come and help me out. But the house app, that's all me. I've actually got my folder next to me. She's quite a hefty.
Give us a rendition. No, I'm kidding.
I honestly, I try not to look at it because it gives me anxiety. I mean, I'll show you.
Yeah.
Don't show me. I already got the anxiety just here.
That's a chunky one.
Oh yeah, she's
Good.
She's rather nice. She's rather
Colour-coded.
Yeah. Yeah.
People listening, it's color coded. Everything.
It's juicy.
Yes.
I love the organisation. It looks great.
And then I've got another one literally just on like health and safety rules here. This is just basic rules that I follow that I've been collecting over the years that I've learned from people.
Nice.
Yeah. So
You need to put that on a PC and convert all that over.
yeah, well, I've done a lot of it on computer, but a lot of that is handwritten. So if I ever lose it,
Yeah, wow.
I'm in trouble.
So I assume you're doing something very similar to what I'm doing with third-party cutting for smallholders, primarily. Have you found that they're either super loose with what you cut for them and they leave it up to you, or they're super duper prescribed of like what they want?
Yeah. Someone like just this year, and I've already done 3 jobs for him since middle of May.
Yeah,
he's really good. He leaves it to me. He has some, like, this is pigs. I've done some goats for him, but it's mainly pigs. And he has half boxes. So he has 2 of them done as half boxes, and the other 3 he wants just sausages, burgers, anything that I think he can sell really. And then I've got, he's great. I did loads of stuff for him last week. He wanted all flavour stuff, barbecues, like just whatever you think will do well. I was like, okay. And I've got someone else that is really kind of this, impacts of this, for this amount.
yeah.
But it's, sometimes it's better having them like that, because then you've got more that it's kind of just given to you and you're like, right, instructions, just follow them, boom, done. Whereas when it's left to your own devices, sometimes you're like, oh God, okay, what do I do now? Something a bit different, but not too out there. It's harder when they say, oh, do what you think, just nothing too mad.
Right. Yeah.
You're like, great. So
As long as it sells.
Pork steaks, pork chops, or do you want, porchetters and stuffed and wonderful, weird and great things? But yeah, I do get what you mean. There is a bit of a mix.
I mean, you've got your creative outlet with your markets that you're doing. So there's that, even if it is all very militant and prescribed, you've still got your VAPs that you're doing for the market, right?
I don't do markets anymore. So I did them until September.
Yeah, till September.
Last year. Yeah.
Started in April, finished in September.
Oh, my bad. Oh, I wasn't here for that.
No, you're right. And the only reason I didn't do them again is because it was a lot of prep for one day.
Yeah.
And bless him, my dad used to come and help me with them, and we'd be getting up at like 5 o'clock on a Saturday. And he gets up at 5 o'clock during the week anyway, to travel into London every day for work. And he, he just did it on some weekends. So one of them was on a Saturday, one of them was on like a Sunday, but in a couple of weeks' time. But some of the weekends joined together, which was great for me, making stuff, because it was easy. I just made slightly bigger batches, split the stock in half, took half one day, half like the rest, and then the other half the next. Yeah. But then asking him to kind of do a market with me, and him doing then 12 days on the trot at 5 o'clock and dry, and I was like, no. And my private work was picking up more, so it was a lot of prep during the week, and it would I'd lose 3 days, a couple of days in the week, and then standing on the market selling stuff. But actually, the amount of work I could be doing private in that amount of time, it was like I need that time available, and they weren't that often, but I thought I need to focus on one thing. Yeah. It's great having all these ideas and wanting to do everything, and I am the worst for it. I literally want to do something new every week, every month, and I'm always telling my parents, oh, I might do this and da-da-da. But I've learned since I started last year, you can't do everything, and you cause more problem trying to do too much, trying to keep too many people happy. You have to learn when to say, no, it's a really great idea and I might do that in future, but I can't do it right now. I haven't got the time, because you end up burning yourself out. I have that with people ordering stuff near work, but I live 50 minutes away from work. So they'll often say to me, oh, can I come and pick some stuff up? And to begin with, I was going, yeah, driving over there 50 minutes, they'd buy £20 worth of stuff, and I'd then drive back.
Right.
Where's the £20 of fuel?
This isn't working, it's great. And I know I'm getting the sales, but you have to learn when to say, okay, let's just wait on this, which is why I've now put the boxes together with that product.
Yeah.
And then I do a newsletter as well, so people can subscribe to that. And then every month I buy specific stuff in, make things, and then say, oh, I've got this, boom, 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 list it out. Cool. And then do it like that. And they've picked up, actually. Well, I've not got many people on them at the moment, but I've got, at least, and the people that are ordering stuff, it's only 10%, but when you then have bigger numbers, when I have a few hundred people on 10%, that's not so bad. At the moment, it's only just started. I only started in March.
Right.
This year, so I've been doing it for a couple of months. But every month, I've had people message and say, oh, yeah, like when you get this, here, let me know. Or, oh, I'll have this month. And then next month, when you've got this, I'll have something from that. So, again, it's good. I think it's just people knowing when I've got stuff. And if you give people a clear outline, they work with it. Yeah. Whereas if you kind of say, yeah, you can have me, you can have this whenever, I'm free whenever, people just go, okay. And it's not because, they're not doing it to be difficult, but if you're offering yourself all the time, they don't know any different. They don't know that you're, running yourself into the ground to go and serve them, 2 pork chops from out the freezer. They don't know. Whereas if you say to them, no, I'm over there this day and this day.
Nice.
Well, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And figure something out. If they're local, I'll drop it to them. And it works fine. But yeah, it's one massive thing I've learned from having business is it's not a bad thing being able to say no. Like, just know your limits. Yeah. And a lot of the time it's not no, it's just, can we do this instead?
Or not yet.
Like this Yeah, exactly. And that is it. That's exactly it. It's just, I will do it. I will get there. Just not yet.
Yeah.
Exactly that.
It's quite a mature way of looking at it. I'm a person who's like, I want to do everything now.
I don't do want to do everything now.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I'm like that. But I have had to.
Yeah, I can sympathise with it. And where can people find the newsletter and the boxes? Do you have a website?
I have got a website. It is erasethestakes.co.uk. All the website was designed by me and my partner, because he does data and he's a data analyst, so he does coding. So he coded all the website. So it is all me. We designed it together. So if there's anything wrong with it, go and tell him. Don't come to me unless it's something to do with the items, and then that's me telling him what to write. But yeah, so erasethestakes.co.uk. There are some boxes on there. I need to update it a bit, actually. I've not done much on there, but there is a link on there, a form processor. So if people send an email, it comes through to me straight away. Like any queries, any questions, that comes through. And there is also an email on there if you want to join the newsletter. It's just put your name and put your email, and I'll sign you onto it. And then you can get that once or twice a month. I've only been doing them once a month at the moment, just to kind of get into it and see how people take. And obviously, I've got a lot going on. I've got the training for next year. Obviously, Luke, as you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with that. And I've got the Battle of Butchers in July with Elsie. So we're competing 2 weeks tomorrow on Thursday. So we're competing on Thursday, the 11th of July. So we've got one more training, which is next Sunday the 7th at her place.
Very cool.
So yeah, the newsletters, I want to do more, but at the moment I am preoccupied. I'm going to say preoccupied because if I say pulling my hair out, which I'm also doing, but no. So yeah, they're picking up. It's all great. And obviously I've got stock on newsletters from practicing for the competitions and stuff. So it's all snazzy stuff, all new things that, you know, I hadn't done before, or new recipes that have been sent my way from people. So, you know, it's helping me develop as well, which I love doing.
So just going back to the boxes, are you doing like nationwide deliveries?
Not at the moment. I am looking at doing that at some point. I have got like specific postal boxes in, so they should all be good to deliver. Updates on that will probably be on the website or social medias. But at the moment, I can do any sort of local delivery to me. Best thing to do is message me or send an email, because then it's always there. And I can go back and look at what time limits I've given myself, because that's the best thing for me sometimes. And if I've given myself a time limit on something, I know I've put it there in place. So that if, you know, people go, oh, just look when she's doing it. If I'm waiting on myself to do it, well, I'll give myself as long as I need. Whereas if I know there's people waiting, I move things up the list of priority and then I'll get on with it. So yeah, best thing to do, if you're interested, drop me a message. If you want any information on them, drop me a message. If you want any updates on anything, check on the website or drop me a message or an email.
Or sign up to the email that comes every month. Neil,
so it's a newsletter.
Easy as that.
Information on them. Yeah. So yeah, that's the boxes. I've got 4 at the moment. They're all a bit different. All different price range. So
cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sweet. I would like to get on to your awards. You've won a few, and you've been finalists for a few more.
Yeah.
Do you want to give it a quick one through?
Run down.
Run through what you got. I was like, one down.
You got that Friday pamphlet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was champion meat apprentice with management potential, and I won the champion meat apprentice for that year. So that was 2022. Wow. It was last year awards at the Institute Mate.
Wow.
I found it across within the times, 2 times, I think, 3 times, something like that. I was a finalist for the young manager at last year's Meat Management Awards, and I was a finalist out of 8 women for the One to Watch Awards that are run by Meat Business Women, which was great. And we actually
she looks like me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hashtag Power of You, I think it is their hashtag, so that's great. And we've got a WhatsApp with all 8 of us girls, and we often check up on each other. And whenever we have good news, we post it in there, and we really support each other a lot. So that's
fantastic.
Great. I've actually got some work coming up with one of the girls, because she knows of me through that. So one of her employees she saw my write-up in the National Craft Butcher magazine. She was like, I like the sound of this girl. How can we get hold of her? She went, I've got her number. Oh, brilliant. Okay, give me her number, please. So, yeah, I've got something coming up with them July, August. So that'll be on social media. That's very exciting, actually. I'm really looking forward to that. That's quite a big thing for me, being on my own as well. It's quite a big company. So for me to be able to work with them, I was quite happy with that. So, yeah.
I'm excited. This is going to be incredible.
Yeah, it will be good. It will be good. So keep your eyes peeled for that. Going to be doing some calibration posts with them directly. So it'll be on my Instagram and their Instagram and their website and stuff. So yeah, keep an eye out for that.
Incredible. When you say they, you're not even going to give us an idea.
Yeah.
Or inside scoop.
Yeah.
I don't actually know how much I can give my on here. It's a bigger company that supports similar stuff to what I kind of do, like working with farmers. They're like an organisational board, I think, is what you kind of put them under.
Sure.
And they do a lot. They do a lot of stuff for farmers. You know, helping them and supporting them. So yeah.
So it's not the Conservatives then.
No.
Where's that? The Conservative Party, which is a bit of butchery with.
No, none of that. But yeah, so that's that's coming up.
Very good.
Yeah.
I'd like to go back to the competition you're doing with Elsie.
Yeah.
Prior to this Team GB, is this your first experience of competitive butchery?
Yeah. It is.
How do you feel, and how are you prepping for that? Elsie's a wealth of knowledge.
Oh my God, the woman is something else. She, you know, I've known of her since I moved up here, because my mum used to shop in the butcher she worked at before I was a butcher.
Yeah.
So I've known of her for about 8 years, and we did our first training together for this competition, and she is rapid. She is like nothing else. Honest to God, the woman is unstoppable. She's great. I've learned so much from her. I don't think she's learned as much from me.
I'm sure she has. Yeah.
Well, Steve, I've nearly ended up with a slap at times, but she laughs at me. So it's fine. I think no, we get on really well. We really, really get on well. And I've already said to her that I want to do some work with her in future with my business. So she is brilliant. Yeah, I have learned an awful lot from her since doing it. Yeah, so that would be good.
In terms of prep work, is it just the way that she goes about things that you're trying to sort of put into your processes and work, or something that could be taken on to GB as well?
We work very differently. The problem is, it's kind of, there's so many different ways you can do stuff.
Sure.
With more more in a week to 10 days, like on Sunday the 7th, we've got one more practice, we'll do it. But every time we've done it, I know I have personally tried to do things differently. So it's a case of, I'm doing the lamb products, she's doing the pork, and then we're going to tackle beef and chicken together, because we've got an awful lot to do in the time limit. And it seems like a lot of time, but when you actually get down to what you need to do, it is an awful lot. So, you know, I'm doing the lamb, and every time we've practiced, I've kind of, okay, let's break down the whole thing. Just get it into primals, trim it up, all ready to go. Next time I've done it, break it down as you need it. Break this bit off, finish it, complete product out. Next bit, break it off, finish product out. Get all your trim for mince your products, do all your mince products out, but then you need some of the mince to stuff another product. Okay, let's look at it slightly differently. But when you've not got many practices to do this, when you've only got one lamb at a time, you can't stick it back together and go, no, I don't know the way I've done that, let's practice another way. So it's really difficult trying to think of what is the most logical way, I suppose, for the amount of time given. Because if it was untimed, you get on with it, you do the stuff, and whatever you get done, how, you know, whatever logical way you go of doing it, you then, you know, you go from there. But yeah, prep wise, we've been, you know, we're messaging loads. I'm making all the labels for products as well, so we're communicating about those. In terms of getting me prepared for next year,
Mm.
yes, it has helped. Obviously, it's the first competition I would have done, in July. It's going to be my first one, and it'll be the only one I do until next year. So, whoever gets picked for the team, if I was to get picked for the team, this is going to be the most realistic thing I'm going to have to do in a competition until next, So it's, it'll be good to do it. And it's going to be one of those learn from whatever mistakes may arise.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm not going into it thinking we're going to make mistakes. I'm hoping that we're going to absolutely smash it out of the park.
Which I'm sure you will.
Yeah,
sure you
definitely.
will.
I think if we can get everything done and how we want it, I think we will have quite a we'll both be very proud of what we've done, because we've given ourselves quite a challenge of different things to do. We've pushed ourselves, but I think we've wanted to do that in preparation for next year. We've not taken the back seat on it and said, make it easy this time, just make it easier for ourselves, and then we can definitely get stuff out, because easy isn't an option all the time.
No, the competition world, it isn't. You need to be
No,
fearless.
exactly. And, it's kind of, it's, so we'll hopefully, it'll be good practice. It'll be.
Well, that'll be one more competition than I've ever done.
Yeah.
Have you not done any?
No, not at all. I've been completely. I've said this to Ben so many times. I was like, "How did you get into it?" And I'm completely alien to any competitive butchery at all. I mean, I try and do better and better with everything that I do daily. So I'm not like a stranger to pressure, but during the training sessions where it was like under time limits, you were creating stuff around that buzz of people. It was a real sort of surreal moment of just being in that sort of space, I guess. It's a funny one.
You'll be absolutely fine.
It will be great fun. It's so hard when it's always that thing of, my only competition is myself, and as long as I do better than myself, that's good. And it is that, and I always follow that, apart from when you're up against 8 other teams that all want to win, and I'm like, if my only competition is myself, I'm already proud of myself, because I did this time when I with Elsie last Sunday, I did it a lot quicker. So I was like, okay, if I can do it even quicker on the Sunday practice and then on the day, I'm already proud of myself, because I've already sped up, kept the quality consistent, and still got the products out. But at the end of the day, you are up against 8 other teams. So competition is yourself, as long as you can improve, that's great. And then once you've got that side of things out of the way, you want to be up against the others,
So what is this? So what's the competition called, and where's it been held?
It's Battle of Butchers.
Yep.
It is at the Great Yorkshire Show.
Wow.
How
exciting.
Yeah, 9th to the 12th of July. So there's 3 teams competing on each day. So we've got 3 different heats: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And then the awards and the final day and stuff, that's on the Friday. So there's heat winners and there's category winners, and all of them, they're all going to be announced on the Friday. Like overall, they have winners for every day, and that's obviously then who gets through that can then win overall, I think. But yeah, so it's I think they're expecting quite a lot of people to turn up. From the statistics I've had emailed to me, 100,000 people apparently.
Yep.
Oh, how
and probably more. So, that would be quite fun.
Oh yeah, the Yorkshire show goes off. It's going to be a beauty.
Yeah, it'll be good. I've already had people messaging me saying, "Oh, I want to come along and support you," or "What day are you on? When's it running till?" So, that's that's good. There's already people out there messaging and asking. So as long as they don't come and try and talk to me when I'm
Yeah.
You need to get everyone merch as well. So like, just get the merch out so everyone's like, team raise the stakes.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That'll be good.
Do you want to move on to your products that you do in the butchery? I'm interested about.
Yes.
That you have done in the past.
What my
your product?
Yeah. My product. Okay.
Not the competition. No, that's top.
No, I was going to say.
Can't give that.
Can't talk about that.
Not at all. No, in the butchery, in the razor steaks.
Okay, in razor steaks.
You do any sort of out there sausage varieties, or?
I mean, the sausages are all pretty, tame and normal, to be honest. I make all my own seasonings.
Very good.
Do you know how normally you can buy like a package of like Lucas seasoning? Yeah. I don't buy stuff like that. I literally.
We're not fans of Lucas.
Leonards, on the other hand.
A proud sponsor. Shout out to Leonards.
Yeah.
You get that Eurobox in your boys and girls.
Oh, God, I'm sorry. Have I offended someone? Oh, God, what have I done?
No, you were you gone the same route when I had my shop. Everything had to be handmade. All the flavors had to be weighed out. It was all fresh ingredients. So you've done exactly what I did, because I didn't believe in any packets. All fresh ground sea salt and pepper.
Well, the way I see it, I always say to people, look, I'm making you a product. I want it to be, you have that product and a handful of people. If you like it, there's only one place you can get it from, me.
Exactly.
People can do varieties of it. Great. There's so many varieties of it out there. I'm not hiding anything. There's 5 herbs in the traditional mix that I do. It's nothing, it's nothing completely out there or mad. It's just how much you use and how much you put with the amount of mince and rusk and water. But that's what I do. And if you like the product, you can only get it from me.
Yeah.
So I kind of have that with all of my products. Bacon is the same. I've got my own bacon cures. I use a basic curing salt, but anything other than that, I can't do on my own. Again, nothing that you wouldn't have heard of. I'll do like a Guinness and treacle bacon.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds good. Yeah.
People have done things like in the past.
Pretty good.
Tweaking them a bit. One of them did get a highly commended award at the Meat Management Awards last year, which was great. Nice. Again, because they'd only been up for 6 months. Wow. So I'd literally made that bacon recipe in March. I was like, right, smack it on some pork. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
My dad is absolutely obsessed with it. He loves it. Every time he eats it, he's like, this stuff is so good. And I'm like, yeah, okay, you told me that before. The next time you'll tell me the same thing. So yeah, that was highly commended. So, I suppose that's one good thing that I like about the business is it is all, I make everything myself.
Yeah.
And it's just that extra touch. I like having the one-to-one relationship that I do with my customers.
Yeah.
Like whether they're farmers, or actual direct customers that I sell to, general public. So that just helps back me with having that connection with them of you're actually getting.
Having good customer service is that top 5%, completely changes you from someone else who's doing similar products who has a shit service.
Yeah.
They're not going to sell.
You have to give them reason to come back. If you've got the same seasoning as, the other 5 butcher's shops in a 10-mile radius, why are they coming to you?
Yeah. Yeah. You're standing out.
And it is that, isn't it? It's kind of, there's nothing wrong with buying the packaged stuff. And a lot of them, they are great. They come on, they've changed so much. I reckon, in the 5 years that I've been in the industry. So since they even started making packaged stuff, they've come on a massive, hurdle. But to me, there's nothing that beats actually mixing herbs and putting it in a mix and making your own thing, saying, yeah, that is mine. I've actually thought of that off the top of my head, and that's got my name to it. So that is good.
I like how you said the personal touch as well, like adding in those fresh ingredients and weighing everything out as well. That's exactly how I felt as well when I came around the sausage day. I know we're going to be making like a dozen flavors, but I'm personally doing all this fresh herbs and spices and everything as well. And it's just like a lot of people used to come back and be like, these sausages are just fantastic. Like, what are you doing with them? Well, like, it's taking that time and that TLC and, really putting what I think people deserve into just a classic bang up, and it's those little things that go unappreciative or really loved.
Yeah. I mean, there's been many a time where I've come to make a batch of sausages, and I've probably been in a massive rush, and I've run out of a seasoning of something, and I'm like, for God's sake, stand there and make a whole bloody batch of sausage mix now before I even do anything. So I stood there, all the herbs, weighing it all out, and I'm all right, don't rush it, because you're needing to get stuff done, because I make them in like bigger tubs and then keep it and, use it and then remake when I need. So I'm like, don't lose that quality and, the repetition of doing it, just because you're in a bit. But many a time I think, why do I not just buy packaged seasoning? Why am I doing this to myself?
Because you're stubborn like the rest of us.
But then I make it and I make them, and then I have some sausages for dinner that I've made, and I think, oh, this is why I go for the effort of doing it. I actually spoke to someone before that helped me with my house out, and they said, so when you make sausages, what do you have? You have like 6 steps, and I was like, okay, right, 6 steps making sausages, right? So you get, do you have packaged seasoning, or do you hand mix it yourself? I said, I hand mix it all myself. I should have guessed. You seem like the sort of person that does that, and I thought,
thanks.
You cheeky.
I'd take that as a compliment.
Yeah, right.
You're thorough. You like the finer things in life. That's what it is.
So they laughed at me down the phone, and they were like, oh God, do you want today? And I was like, yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Proud and loud about that one.
Yeah, put up with it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Are all your sausages gluten-free, or are they wheat-based?
No, not all of them are gluten-free. I do have a gluten-free recipe that I'm actually looking at changing a bit, because I do it with rice at the moment, but I have seen someone do it with rice flour. So I need to drop the message and see how they go about
pea
pea flour.
Yeah.
From Scobie's,
Oh, yeah.
you can buy a pea flour and it's exactly the same, if not better.
If not better, I reckon.
Well, the same as rice, or the same as rice flour?
The same as a pinhead rusk. It has exactly the same effect.
Really?
Yeah. Gluten-free.
And really cheap as well.
You wouldn't have to mix the water in to fluff it up. You would put it in with all your seasonings, and it soaks up all the juices that have been purged from the meat by the salt and stuff.
Nice. Okay.
And it's great.
I'll have a look at that.
And you don't have to tell anybody. You can just now say they're gluten-free. People will be like, what does that mean? You'll be like, doesn't matter.
It's better for you. It's not good on your tummy. Yeah.
Yeah,
definitely.
Yeah. Scobie's.
So I not all of them are gluten free, but yeah, if there's something that works similar, then definitely I could make them all.
25 kilo sack. I think it's like 10% more than 15% more than a sack of pinheads. I could be lying, but I think it is that.
I'm gonna hold into that now.
No, please don't. It's on the internet now, and they've just bumped up the price.
Yeah. Well, this guy's giving us free shout outs.
15%. Put it up.
Make it 55.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh God. Everyone's gonna come to you now, though. Everyone that buys that.
Yeah, I should probably should probably date stamp this, so in like a year from now, people will be like, "What the fuck?"
I've been saying it for years.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody.
No, it's okay. Pea flour. Want it?
Yeah.
I'll have a look.
Or the pea rusk as well. That's really nice and easy. The pinhead
Oh,
one.
the rusk. Yeah.
So you get that's like when I had my shop, that's all I used. So I think it was like 20 kilo sack was like 23 quid or something, and it'd last you a month.
Nice. Okay. I'll have a look.
I think it was 23, but that was like 2 years ago now. So it's 55% more.
45.
Yeah.
What's the bulk of what you do in the cutting rooms? You said you do goats, pork as well, and beef.
Oh, pork. It is pork. That is the most popular one. Honestly,
Majority of.
yeah, I don't do a lot of beef, and I haven't done a lot of beef really since I started. It's something I need to do more. I think my lack of beef butchery is that there's so many more muscles that come from it.
Yeah.
So, when you're doing pork, you're taking your bones out and this muscle's with that and it all works together and it's all happy days. But when it gets to beef, every muscle is something different. And it's just understanding that. And that's where I get my head a bit in a muddle. But doing more lamb and pork, when I'm breaking it down now, I kind of run through it as I'm doing it. Oh, this is this muscle, this is this, and like linking it with products across the different carcasses.
Yeah.
Like with a product from pork, I'm like, oh, it's this of lamb and this of beef, and kind of trying to learn that way, which helps. And I know there's always people out there that it is, and it's mad how just the size difference of some things. You look at a cap on a rump of lamb, a picanha, and it's like this big. And you get a picanha on a body of beef, and it's like as big as your head. You think, how the hell is that the same cut? And if you said that to someone, that is the same cut, just on a different. No, yeah, it is. No, yeah, that you know why we have the problems that we do sometimes. We're trying to. But primarily it's pork and sausages and bacon, and that's the most popular thing. I love cutting lambs. I love doing lambs. I did that for my level 2. I know pork the time and so that is my favourite thing to do. And like roasting beef. All steaks and stuff. I love breaking down. Bits of that.
Yeah. That's good.
Where you getting Radbury pork?
From farmers, yes.
That's good.
Not massively. There's been some. I've had some Tamworths in Gloucestershire Old Spots. Oxford Sandies I had the other week.
That's your favourite?
Crossed with saddlebacks, I think they were. They were nice, actually.
Saddles are beautiful.
I had I had a boar in the other day. He was 180 kilo.
Woo!
And I don't actually know what he was. He still had his little tusks on him, though.
Wow.
He was lovely, yeah.
The smell on him as well would have been like really strong and beautiful.
It wasn't, it was actually okay. I was expecting it. I was expecting to go and open the fridge door and it to be like, woof, in my face. And I was like, it's not. It's actually okay.
Nice. That's a clean pig then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was nice. And it wasn't fat. Normally, I've had some in and they've been 140 kilo and the fat on them is layered.
Yeah.
Like you get your normal layer and then there's been one on top of that add one on top of that, like 3 layers of fans. Oh my God, it's backbreaking stuff trying to, sort them out.
Yeah, I think it's like with the balls.
Yeah.
They would have the so like the pads on the shoulders, where it's like super thick and doesn't flex at all. The protective sort of.
So they don't get attacked from the sides.
Yeah, especially when they're fighting, isn't it? Which is it's all pretty mad. Anyway,
but normally if they're that big, it is fat. But he wasn't. It was he had 1 layer, nice fat. It was just he was massive, absolutely massive. Yeah, I think I did a bone in the shoulder of pork. I had to cut it into 4, and it was 13 kilo.
Hell yeah!
But
That's a
one shot. Oh yeah, it was nice. There's like, can you cut them down for me? And I was like, oh, I don't really want to. It looks so lovely as it is, but yeah. So customers always right.
Was it cut into half or into quarters?
I did it into quarters for him.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
Big old.
that was nice. I like doing that one actually. Yeah, he was lovely.
Huh.
He was nice.
What about the lamb that you get? Is they rare breeds or commons?
No, I think they've all been pretty much, just the normal. But I've not had anything too much. I've not had much lambing, to be honest. Okay. I think the last time I did lambs was November. It was mainly pork, and then I had more pork come through in December. But I did loads of like Christmas gallons for people.
Big blankets.
Yeah, I made some of them for them. Actually, they didn't want me to make them up for them. They just wanted bacon, streaky bacon, and chipolatas. I was like, come on, yeah, bye, take that as it is.
Absolute result.
Fuck, you got off.
They were just selling it to people as packs of chipolatas, packs of bacon.
Yep.
I thought, come back to me next year with this exact order, please, because I like you. I like you a lot.
You got off.
Giving me orders like that.
That is brilliant.
So, and then obviously I had some goats at the beginning of the year, and then I just had another 5 in May. So yeah, it's but it's picking up. I think I've done half of the private work I did last year. I've done in the last 2 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I know money wise, but say customer wise, I think I had about, say it was 20 people last year. So I've already done kind of like the equivalent of half of that, in 2 months. So I'm happy with that, and it's picking up. So
Brilliant.
getting there, but
I love that.
I still enjoy it. That's all that matters. So
well, that's it. Yeah, you kind of just, I don't know. I don't want to say you just got a job on a whim, but you had your arm sort of twisted a little bit just for a second.
Yeah, it was.
It's good, isn't it? I absolutely love just to see people. I have a thing to say that you either are brought up in a butchery family or you didn't actually mean to go into butchery.
100%, 100%. I obviously do. I do assessments for FBQ, so I do level 2 butchery endpoint assessments, and I always ask them like, how long have you been here? Like, if they're at a certain shop, but how did you get into it? And they are either in the family, and they've been working cleaning trays out the back since 2014, at a weekend, or completely random. Oh yeah, I was out one day at like a show, and I liked the look of such and such, and then I took a card, and here I am. And it is that there is never this thing of I just kind of I really wanted to be. Actually, there's one person I know that she actually wanted to be a butcher. So I only know one person that actually wanted to be a butcher, and she messaged me because she went to my school, and her mum actually approached me, so I got her a Saturday job. But again, it's kind of, of people that do it. and then you approach them and get into it. You never actually just go into a butcher's and say, can I come work for you? Because, I want to be a butcher. And it's not like that, is it? Most people, they kind of work in offices and do stuff. So you do kind of fall into it a bit, I feel. But it's great. I think it's better like that, really. Because then it's actually genuine. The sort of job it is, if you don't like it, you're not going to stick around.
Yeah, right. Agreed.
So either, it's passed down in the family and you're so used to it, you don't know anything different. Or if you're a butcher, you do it because you actually enjoy it. Because it's not the most glamorous. The amount of times I stand there absolutely covered in stuff and I think, Mia. Of all the things you could have done with your life, and you're here covered in crap.
Wouldn't trade it in for the world, though, would you?
No, I wouldn't. It's I'm quite creative, and I really enjoy art and photography and graphic design. They're the 3 things I did at A-level. Stupidly, no one stopped me. 3 heavily coursework based courses, and I loved it, but I really struggled with, keeping on top of the coursework. So I've kind of found my creative path and flair just not doing art directly through something else, I suppose.
Definitely.
Which is great.
You not really changed it for much besides instead of taking photos or painting, you're just playing with me.
Yeah.
It's good.
Exactly.
That's the way I see it as well. I don't often see meat as sort of like food. I see it as, I enjoy it because aesthetically it's freaking cool.
Yeah.
When you get a good body of beef or you get pork, you think, if you go, that looks good. It's not because I think that it's going to be delicious or tasty. It's just because visually it's just, it can be a work of art. And, I think, with my pictures there, it's just like, visually it's such a striking job to be in, and
you don't see anything else like it, do you?
No.
Like if you see animals on the side of the road that have been hit, you're like, oh, okay, it's like a did it, and what I have to say is that how do you have that connection? You say, as much as it's really weird because pigs come in with their heads, but you don't then look at it as a pig. It's not that thing anymore. It's still that thing, but it's different, and you're now working with it in a different way. You're not working with its living form. You're living with its form of not living. I don't want to say dead because it sounds so,
Well, it's not there anymore. It's just its physical.
Exactly, and it's just that thing of, I suppose it's completely different, isn't it? So
that's why you stay in it, because it is just so different. Like, when you say, "Oh, I'm a butcher," people go, "Really?"
Yeah.
It's one of those things.
So many people don't believe me. I'm careful who I talk to about it, though.
Why is that?
Because I'm not going to be. Oh, I've had struggles in the past with people, with what I do, and I think because I'm younger, it's not even vegans. I think it's just people going, oh, what a shame, a young girl, she could be doing such other nice things, and you're like, yeah, but I don't want to be doing that. I'm not just going to stick with stereotypical jobs of what a 22-year-old girl could be doing.
Do you think it is often brought back to gender? Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I have definitely had, struggles with that in the past and whatnot, but it's never made me completely retreat from wanting to do it. So,
nor should it.
It's not too bad.
Regardless
No, exactly.
They can go fuck themselves regardless. Like,
I'm so happy that us as a sort of like the younger generation of butchers. It's just that's fallen away.
Yeah.
And it's the old guards that were all, have those views and stuff. And it's just so refreshing to see young people like yourself, male or female, starting their own business.
100%.
Yeah.
And it's brilliant. I really, really love it.
I love it. It's great. Good to see you doing great things.
Yes.
Right. This has been incredible. Should we do some questions?
West.
Go for it.
Quest.
I'm gonna.
Right. So I've got 5 here. And we're going to start right at the top of the tier. Top of your bucket list.
Top of my bucket list.
Mm-hmm.
What, is in with work or just in general?
Whatever you
Anything.
want.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness me. Of my bucket list. I think if I can just, I don't want to ever regret anything, I suppose, in life. So I think I can just hope and pray that I'll always kind of have the freedom and say to be able to do things and look back and say, oh, I'm really glad I did that. And never look back and think, oh, I should have done that when I had the chance. And because that's what I hear so much from sort of older family members of, don't put things off. If you want to go and do it, just do it, because there'll always be something else. There'll always be something that needs doing. There's always going to be something that's more of a priority. I'd say probably one thing I want to do is, go, do something mad, like what a lot of people don't get to do, like Great Wall of China, or I really want to go and do a festival in Rio at some point. They hold their festivals in February in Rio, so I really want to go and do that. And just do something like that not many people would necessarily, I suppose, associate with everyone being able to do. But yeah, I don't really have a bucket list.
They're good. It's good enough for me. Great.
Maybe I should get one. Yeah, Great Wall of China. My partner wants to go to Japan, so
Oh yeah, go to Japan. That's awesome.
I think just not being scared of the unknown and not letting that kind of hold me back. Just go and do something really mad and like that.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Rio.
Korea.
Kind of out.
Yeah, I do want to definitely do that. Yeah. Definitely.
Nice.
Awesome. All right. Question 2. 3 people to invite to dinner, dead or alive, and why?
Oh my God. I don't know. There's so many people.
These are the hard-hitting questions that need to be answered.
Yeah. I think definitely Marilyn Monroe, because I've always kind of looked up to her since I was younger. I really love her just as a person. Kind of what she stood for, definitely her.
Nice.
Oh, goodness me. Goodness me. These are hard questions.
We did say if you wanted to have a quick rundown on them.
Take
anyone.
Take it.
Yeah.
You can't invite Luke and I, though. It's a cop out.
Something really. Do
you want to come back to it?
Somebody that's probably seen a lot of. Yeah. Go on, come back to it. I'll have a think.
Right. So, question number 3: where do you see the future of butchery going?
I think it'll always be around because there's too many people that back it and eat meat and see the health side of it, I suppose.
Yeah.
There's a lot of vegans now that don't like the idea of animals just being bred for meat. But ultimately, if there's animals about, if you keep breeding them and you're not doing anything with them, you're going to end up with too many, I suppose. Like they need controlling and dealing with appropriately. I mean, the amount of deer that are about nowadays, there's too many. The long and short of it, there are too many, and they cause problems, which is horrible because, I live in the countryside and you feel like you live in their home because that's where they're based, in the countryside and fields, and then, they run across a road that doesn't really belong between two fields and they get hit and they damage your car. But ultimately, there's too many of them because there's no other way to control them because they're wild. So, butchery, I think it'll always be around, and there's so many up and coming people coming. I know just from doing the exams of, how many butchers there are coming forward, and it is good to see. And there's younger people coming forward. So as long as, the baton is passed on to us lot and we're trusted with, how things used to be done, but how we can have a modern twist on it, I don't see why there's any reason why it won't carry on to be great. I think we're good.
Agree.
Yeah. I love
Keep going.
Yeah.
We got this.
Yeah, keep pushing.
Yeah.
That's sweet. I love that answer.
Yeah, it's nice. It's refreshing.
Honeydew melon and parma ham
Nice. Very nice.
as a starter. Main meal, something pasta, carbonara,
Oh, yes. Oh, nice.
with garlic bread, or a roast dinner, like Christmas dinner. Yorkshire puddings, have to have Yorkshire puddings, loads of gravy. And I have applesauce on everything I eat, pretty much. So even if it's like roast chicken, applesauce, I have to have it. Definitely.
Sweetness, yeah.
Dessert.
Applesauce.
What would I have for dessert?
Applesauce.
Yeah.
I love a fruit salad, actually. You saying about applesauce. I do like a fruit salad.
Yeah, cool.
Or sticky toffee pudding and vanilla ice cream.
Winner.
Here we go.
Yeah, it has to be. Has to be
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. That question is easy. Ask
What-
really what famous people I want to talk to. Like, you talk to me about food, I can give you an answer to that 100%.
What are you drinking with all that?
Oh, God. Well, or I like an amaretto sour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right. There we go.
Very good.
Yeah, rocking that.
They're nice. Yeah. Yeah, one of those.
Sounds good.
Yeah, amaretto sour, actually. Yeah, let's go for that.
Yeah, rock on.
Yeah.
Right answer.
Lock it in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you want to go back to the 3 people to invite to dinner?
Yeah, I'm still not sure. I reckon. Probably someone that loads of people say, but David Attenborough.
Nice.
Nice. We've had him once before.
Yeah.
Good one. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'd probably end up crying, because he's seen so many wonderful things that I don't think are around much more. But I think just to hear his, life story and have wisdom passed on would be great. Definitely.
Definitely. It's great.
Who else? Probably, I'm trying to think, like, just someone like musical. I really love music.
Yeah.
But That's music. So yeah, I'm around it. And I love loads like Prince. I love Prince.
Yeah. Good.
Elton John. Just someone that I think has really like changed the way of, music and how it goes about.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
they can both come as a pair. There you go.
Yeah, go on there. We're both great.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
Elton John's Prince.
Beautiful.
It's fine.
Yeah, beautiful.
No, we gave her a pass on 4.
Yeah.
Right. Last question. Are aliens real?
Yeah.
Yay! We got another. Got another one.
And anything creepy.
She's here for
Do you believe in that conspiracy?
The what? Sorry.
that owls are.
Owls, creepy. They're the reason why.
They say there's a certain type of owl that appears at night that says that there is like aliens in the area or something, isn't it? If I remember correctly, if she's not dropped out.
I've never heard this before.
I don't know, but no, I'm here. I listen to a podcast, and there's so many people that are like, this weird thing happened, and then there was just this owl, and or something else. That so many stories about owls just doing and causing creepy shit to happen. So yeah, aliens are real.
The wisest of them all.
Well, yeah,
And the thing that summoned them is the owl.
yeah, they did. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly. Also, there's a really fun conspiracy as well. As like, so your common cats and their eyes. So you got the cat eyes, but when you look at like a lion or a tiger or anyone else's, they got proper pupils instead of the slits. So they think that the cats are a hybrid from snakes or of those.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
I'm learning so much doing this podcast. I love it.
How creepy is that?
Oh my god, they actually are.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh wow.
They don't have pupils, do they? They have slits, so it's the same characteristics as a snake or like a.
That's why they're always so
reptile.
pissed.
Yeah, they're furious all the time.
Yeah, probably.
That one's a good one. I like that one.
Maybe that's why they catch so many things, because they're actually confused.
Yeah.
That's why they catch so many like mice and stuff, because they just forget that they're not reptiles.
True.
So cool.
Maybe that's why. I've never actually, I've never thought about that. That is so.
Yeah.
I'm never touching a cat again.
No. That's why there's dog people and there's cat people, and you can't trust the cat people.
I love cats, but yeah, now you've said that, maybe not.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
Aliens are real.
We got another. We're okay, boys and girls.
Mia, this has been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for giving us your evening.
Thank you.
And
Thanks
telling us
so
about
much,
your
guys.
story. If you want to plug and promote and tell the people where they can find you.
Instagram, you can find me, _, I believe it is. The website is raiseestates.co.uk. I'm on Facebook as well, which is Raise Estates. Honestly, where I'm still so new, anything helps me, just likes or follows, because I am such a firm believer in that you only have to post one thing for the right person to see it, and it can change your life. So you never know what you might need. You never know what you might need to see or who you might need. Just having people there and following and, see how I'm getting on, that helps me massively. And, you never know, someday you might know someone that needs a little butcher that lives in a little converted cow shed working away.
Amazing.
That's the beauty about this community as well. It's just like it is just one big hub, and there's wealth of information, and everyone who's been partaking in it, especially, I wouldn't have found Luke or found you or, you know, everyone else who's part of it. It's just been one big, massive love of hub or something along this line. It's been really incredible.
A hub of love.
Yeah, baby.
Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, something like that. I just didn't want to go too corny or too shit on everyone towards the end. But everyone's listening. They're just hugging themselves like, yeah, we get it, Ed.
Yeah, we get it. We get it. We're here for you. Awesome.
Thank you so much, Mia. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. Really
We've had
appreciate
a lot of fun. Thanks, guys.
Awesome.
Right.
Sweet.
Before we leave, Luke, you got your merch out. Tell everyone where to get it.
Oh, hell yeah. I got these t-shirts. Red duck on the front, beef design on the back. You can find it at Fake Duck Collection on Instagram, Etsy. Go have a look. There's a few t-shirts left, and I've got a few more designs on the way, and some fresh prints coming beginning of July next week.
How exciting. And don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, don't miss out on the Euro box with Leonards. That ends quite shortly at the middle of July. So remember to click the link, see us there, and support the legends that support us, and get your butts, boobs, and balls checked. Right. I hope everyone has a lovely Friday. Thank you so much, Mia. Thank you, Luke. I love you. And I love you too,
Thanks,
Mia.
man.
And we'll see you guys on the Monday's episode.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Ciao.